Welcome to this week's episode of Now You Know.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Kathy.
Do you think you and your family pay too much or too little in taxes, or about the right amount?
In a recent poll, 99% of Marylanders say they pay enough or too much in taxes.
Just 1% said that they pay too little in taxes.
Yeah, they should just send the government an extra check.
A majority of all Democrats, Republicans, and unaffiliated respondents of all ages, races, and genders said that they don't want to pay more in taxes.
So does it surprise you that the governor claims his budget doesn't include any new tax hikes?
However, this week, his agencies and departments are pushing for increased regulatory fees at an alarming rate.
And I remember when former Governor O'Malley told us a tax is a fee and a fee is a tax.
We are tracking those fees and will bring them to you soon.
This week, a paint tax was passed on the House floor along party lines.
Every time you buy a gallon of paint, you must pay a tax to recycle it.
Even if you use every drop of paint, you're going to pay a tax to recycle it.
Legislation is also pending to raise many fees, and some fees are increasing through regulation.
The Maryland Department of Transportation, in their budget, assumes $81 million of annual revenue from fee increases that MDOT can do administratively or through regulations.
They have not specified the fees, but we expect $40 million from MVA fees, $30 million from fees at BWI, which is likely parking, and $11 million from fees charged by the Port Administration.
And then the Maryland Department of the Environment has proposed numerous fee increases, like a fee on increasing private well construction permits. And that fiscal note assumes it will raise $11 million out of the pockets of people who need a well.
Similarly, the Department of Agriculture has proposed fee increases through Senate Bill 278 and House Bill 234, which increases fees on farmers in our district, like those that own horses.
The fiscal note on these bills say it'll generate $700,000 of taxes from our farmers.
There's also a sneaky tax on the road to fees and taxes. When you buy a car or truck, new or used, you pay a tax on the purchase. If you trade that in on another vehicle, you will get a credit for the tax you already paid.
But this will repeal that trade-in allowance, and that means you get to pay a tax on the purchase twice. The first time you buy it, and then when you trade it in.
It's a sneaky tax that gets rid of a crucial benefit. Over the next 5 years, analysts estimate this will take $976 million out of the pockets of anyone buying a vehicle in Maryland when you trade in another vehicle.
Yeah, here's another tax proposal. House Bill 925 will increase the state's vehicle excise tax from 6 to 6.5%. This aggressive tax will immediately increase the cost of buying a vehicle in Maryland.
This tax will cost hardworking Marylanders $492 million over the next 5 years.
These are just some of the taxes of the week that will strip almost $1.5 billion out of Marylanders' wallets over the next 5 years.
We don't need a poll to tell us people do not want more taxes on their already strapped budgets.
You can count on us to keep fighting these new tax and fees and keep you informed.